So look, if you're confused by ClickFunnels, all I can say is don't worry, because it's marketed as this whole drag and drop software. But when you first get started, it can seem totally alien to you. And I 100% empathize. When I first started using ClickFunnels 4 years ago, I even went as far as to buy a paid program to try to navigate my way around it. And man, I wish I had this tutorial right here to save me the cost of that program, because really all you need is someone to break apart the components that goes into ClickFunnels and put them back together in a nice, easy video for you to understand. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do in this YouTube video for you. In fact, I'm actually gonna leave timestamps as well. So that way, if you just wanna skip to a specific part of the video, you can do that as well. Now, I'm giving you all of this here today for free. All you have to do is just go ahead and smash that like button. By the end of this video, you will go from zero to hero with your ClickFunnels knowledge, and you'll have everything you need to go out, make killer funnels, get more leads, get more sales, whether that's for you or for some of your clients. Now, other tutorials on YouTube will go on for hours and hours and hours, and you can hear their fan running in the background, and you can see them kind of their eyes darting around and thinking what to say next. I'm gonna go ahead and make this super concise because I respect your time, and quite frankly, who wants to watch a 3-hour video? Now, I'm shooting this video today because also, quite frankly, I have a lot to be grateful for when it comes to ClickFunnels. In the space of the last 4 years, scaling my online business from zero to multiple 7 figures a year, ClickFunnels has pretty much been my companion the entire way. I've used ClickFunnels to build out my entire agency website. I've used it to build out our entire onboarding process, even our case study funnel to get clients. I've used ClickFunnels in the past to build out my own multi-7-figure automated webinar, and I've done that for probably around half a dozen clients here at my agency as well. I even use ClickFunnels for random announcements or blog posts because, quite frankly, I'm useless at WordPress. I have no idea what I'm doing, which is really why ClickFunnels has been the one-stop shop for me over the last 4 years. So with no further ado, let's get straight into it. Now we're gonna be hopping over into my computer, and I'll be addressing the camera if there's anything sort of lengthier that I wanna say. So let's get straight into it. All right, so ladies and gents, the first thing that you're gonna need to do is obviously get a ClickFunnels account. Now, they have a very, very generous 14-day free trial policy, and you can go ahead and see that right here on their main page, start 14-day free trial now. I mean, it's crazy. They nearly have 140,000 users, 8 million funnels, and over $10 billion processed through ClickFunnels. Really, it is no surprise that this is a digital marketer's best friend. So as I said, they have a 14-day free trial policy, but as I said, I owe a lot to ClickFunnels. So over the space of the last year, I've actually been giving people who sign up using the link down below some extra additional free gifts. So the first thing here, you're actually going to go ahead and get this course. Now, I actually sold this back in 2019. So granted, it's a little old, but the information in here is still super valid today. So that was just a 1-month thing I sold back in 2019 for $500. And the second bonus right here, I've never actually sold, but this is a mastermind / meetup event sales page that earned me over $10,000. And actually since then, it's earned me over $250,000. And this has been through the past few years through a live in-person event that I've done called the Meridian Mastermind. I no longer do those anymore. But yeah, really the choice is yours, and either way it's cool. You can either sign up using kind of the generic 14-day free trial thing, or as I said, if you go ahead and click this, it'll actually open up this page anyways. All you have to do is sign up after your 14-day free trial. Obviously, you'll be a paying customer. And then from there, just go ahead and just reach out to support@agreeagency.com, and my team will hook you up with these awesome bonuses. Over the last year or so, there have been hundreds of people who were smart enough to go, hey, if I'm paying for this thing anyways, might as well get some incredible courses that other people had to pay $500 for. So with no further ado, once you actually get straight into ClickFunnels, the first thing that I want you to do is just have a look around, get familiar with it. Really just set aside 60 minutes and don't judge yourself. Just click around. And as I said, just really get familiar with the platform. That's one of the best ways to learn. And once you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and just go step by step the way that, as I said, if I was brand new to this account, what I would go ahead and do. So if you go up here, you can actually see account settings. Now there's account details, sub users, account billing. This is all just miscellaneous stuff that you can go ahead and deal with yourself. Notifications, account history, page templates, digital assets. And this is really where some of the juicy stuff comes in. So the first place that I want you to start is with domains. So you can see right here, I've gone ahead and hooked up a few domains. You can see right here, some of them are secured, some are not. So for example, you can see igmedia.com, my agency website. I literally just run that all off of ClickFunnels. And then for things like growagency.com, my education company, we actually use a WordPress plugin. So it's hosted on WordPress, but all of the pages are ClickFunnels pages. So that's the other thing that I love about ClickFunnels is you can actually use ClickFunnels as your builder, but then still have it routing to WordPress. So if you want to have WordPress for whatever reason, at the education company, we like to have it on WordPress because we have an actual WordPress site that we've built out. But then in terms of all of our case study funnels, webinar funnels, etc., we actually just build it out in ClickFunnels and you can just port it straight over with their integration. But anyways, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, I want you to do is go ahead and add a new domain right here. So one new cool thing that they're offering is they'll actually go ahead and register the domain for you. So obviously you can come right here, you can go choose domain, just search whatever domain you want to search up, and that's it, you're good to go. And that just makes the process even easier. Now, if you're like most people, you will probably already have your own domain. So you just go here and you just go use an existing domain. You type in your domain. So let's just make an example here. Let's just go ahead and type in my e-commerce clothing line, which is called Gadzhi.com. You're going to go here, you're going to go add domain. Obviously you want to tick that box if it's registered on Cloudflare. Now here's where ClickFunnels is awesome because they're just going to go ahead and give you instructions for absolutely everything you need to do. Getting your domain verified on ClickFunnels is super easy. All you have to do is just add a CNAME record. Now, obviously you may have bought your domain on Google domains or Namecheap, kind of the usual ones are Namecheap, GoDaddy, Bluehost, etc. And if you don't see your domain registrar, you can just go ahead and click here and they'll go ahead and help you set everything up step by step. So as I said, I don't want to go into the specifics of it because it's different between the various different domain registrars anyways. But the main sort of step is you're going to go ahead and you're going to add your CNAME record. Now you're going to go ahead, click here. Good job. You did it. www.gadzhi.com is connected and ready to use. And then you can go ahead and associate it to a funnel. And I'm not going to go ahead and do that. So you can see right here, some examples. I said some I've actually verified, some, we use WordPress and then just kind of use the integration and just do it that way. Now, once you've gone ahead and set up your domain, it's really important that you set up your email integration because more than likely you're going to be collecting emails, whether that's through a squeeze page or whether that's through, actually the customers that you get when you're using ClickFunnels to sell whatever product you're selling or whatever product that your client is selling. Obviously, you don't want to go ahead and collect all those emails and for all of them to go to waste. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to actually integrate your email right now and how to set all that up. So on this tab right here where it says setup, you're just going to go to integrations. And for pretty much every single email provider out there or CRM service, etc., they've got it. Now, when we go here to add new integration, you can see, there's delivery, email, messaging, sales tax, SMS, webinar, etc., right? So whatever it is that you're using, I can show you, for example, mine, when we'll go back to it, I'll show you the ones that I have hooked up, but you can see for email right here, it pretty much has everything you could ever want, right? So let's use MailChimp as an example. Now, once again, there is a slight differentiation between every email on how you actually set it up, but the main thing is basically you're going to add the integration name. So you're just going to put MailChimp right here, and then you're going to grab the API key, you're going to put it here, and then you're going to go add integration. So if you need any help with this at all, once again, it's super simple. You just go ahead and click their integration helps doc, and then you're going to go ahead and it'll help you integrate it. So let's say we want to go ahead and integrate MailChimp as an example. Integrating with MailChimp. You're going to go ahead, you're going to click on this tab, and they literally give you a full training. And they do that for everything, whether you're using MailChimp, Infusionsoft, you name it, they have it. So you can see right here, my integrations, I've got some old school ones from back in the day. We used to use GetResponse. We actually also used to use Infusionsoft, but cut that out earlier last year. So these days we use ActiveCampaign and Drip. That's kind of our two main ones, EverWebinar. So this is where you'll go ahead and you'll manage all of your API integrations. And ladies and gents, that's it. In the space of 2 minutes, you've already set up your domains and you've already set up your email integration. Congratulations, because it took you minutes to do what it took me hours to do when I was first starting with ClickFunnels. Now, for some of you, this may seem basic, and even for me teaching it almost feels basic, but you need to understand one simple thing. And that's that what is obvious to you is amazing to others. And I even have to remind myself that. So I know a lot of you, a majority of you watching this, are pure beginners like I was 4 years ago. So as I said, you guys are already getting a rolling start. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next phase. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and actually make our first funnel. So we go right here, we go build a new funnel. Now, you actually have two options right here. So ClickFunnels basically goes ahead and just helps you make your funnel based on whatever your goal is. So for example, collect emails, sell your product, or host webinar. Or you can just go ahead and create a custom funnel. I would basically go ahead and tell them what your goal is, because based on your goal, they'll give you the correct funnels that you need. And then basically based on that, it'll slightly alter your experience when you're actually building out the funnel. The other thing that you can do is actually browse Funnel Marketplace. There's actually a bunch of really cool funnels that they have. I would always recommend, just go ahead and pick one of their free ones, to be honest. You can see right here, 2-step tripwire funnel, webinar funnel, auto webinar funnel, squeeze page funnel. So let's, say for example, a product launch funnel. You can go right here, you can see all, and ladies and gents, they've got tons and tons of different options. Like you can see, for example, right here, a storefront funnel, let's just say this, for example, you can go ahead and port this straight in. Let's find another one. This is an example. You literally get all the pages step by step. So that's the marketplace. You can definitely go ahead and check out what is available there. But let's go ahead and let's come right here. So collect emails, sell your product, host webinar. Let's choose collect emails for now. So name of the funnel, let's go YT test funnel. And then in terms of tag, this is basically where you can go ahead and tag it. So let's just say, for example, you type in agency, right? So it's agency clients. Build funnel, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now that you've gone ahead and actually told them your objective, once again, they're going to go ahead and open up a ton of different options for you. So these are just some of the opt-in pages. Now let's find one that looks really nice and looks really clean. Let's go ahead and take this as an example, long sales page opt-in. So select template, and just gonna go ahead and buffer and basically get that all ported into your ClickFunnels. Now, the first thing whenever I create a new funnel that I recommend you do is just go straight to settings. And that's gonna take you to the overall settings for this funnel. So once again, you can change the name here to, let's just say new book opt-in funnel. You can choose the group tag right here. So agency as an example, and then domain. So you're going to go ahead and pick the domain. So let's say, for example, I do Iman Gadzhi, iman-gadzhi.com. And then this is really important. It's funny. A lot of veteran marketers don't even forget to tidy up their paths. So basically what the path is the domain path. So you can see right here, iman-gadzhi.com/2021 dash book dash launch as an example. Here you can go ahead and pick the favicon URL, and then this is the head tracking code and the body tracking code. We'll get onto this in just a second actually. And once again, you can go ahead and hook up Stripe and a bunch of other stuff, and I'll touch on that, as I said, in just a minute. So this is really all you need to do to begin with. So you go down to the bottom here, go save and update settings, and then move on. So we'll go back 2 steps, and you can see right here at the top, the domain is still saying, some random sort of URL. And it's crazy the amount of veteran marketers that don't know how to do this. You have to go to the overall settings of the funnel. And then from here, you have to drill into the funnel step. And then this is where you're going to go ahead and repeat that same URL. So 2021 book launch as an example, update funnel step, and then now the domain is going to be clean. But if I click into that even further, it might open with this URL, but then it'll go to some random sort of domain ending once again. So here's where we're going to have to go into the actual page as well, and we're going to have to repeat that. So 2021 book launch. So ladies and gents, this is super clutch to know. Once again, if you're dealing with clients, you want to make sure that everything's professional. If you're selling your own product, or you're a coach or consultant and you have your own opt-in, you really don't want some funny, janky URLs. You want to have clean, professional URLs. So then from here, we're going to dive into edit page. And really, this is where a lot of the magic happens. So this is the editor. Now, once again, we'll start with the settings right here. So we've got integrations. Now, remember earlier when we set up your email integration, so you're going to come right here. And for example, I'll use Drip I'm not going to show you which list, I'm not going to reveal my lists, but here you'd click right here on this action, and then it would tell you, do you want to remove or do you want to add someone from the list when they opt in? Because here's the thing, if you don't set up this integration, when someone puts in their name and their email, nothing will happen, right? It'll take them to the next page, but nothing will actually happen, and that information won't get passed over to anywhere. So it's super, super important that you, as I said, you integrate, and then you come into the settings and you pick the integration. I remember I made this mistake very early on with one of my clients. As I said, a lot of this stuff may seem basic, but you skim over it when you're a beginner. And, it took me months and months and months to learn ClickFunnels. So as I said, it's really good that you have this tutorial right here to get you on the right path straight away. So as I said, integration, you're going to go ahead and do that. Once you've done that, you're going to move on to the SEO metadata. So this is what is going to show up. So let's say, for example, the title is my new book on ClickFunnels, or let's just say my new book, Zero to Hero with ClickFunnels, right? So that's the title of the page. Then the description is finally, the release of my long-awaited online PDF from zero to hero with ClickFunnels in 2021. Make sure you snag a copy while they last. As an example, now keywords, here I might want to put Iman, Gadzhi. I might want to put PDF, ClickFunnels training, right? And you're going to go ahead and just use a comma to separate them. Author, just go ahead and put my name in here. Social image, so that'll be the favicon. So you can go ahead and click one and choose between a bunch. So right here on social image, you're just going to go ahead and upload one, and that will be your favicon. And yeah, once you've done that, that is your SEO metadata. Now, tracking code. Once again, this is a really big mistake that a lot of beginners make, is they put, for example, if you're tracking for Google ads or Facebook ads, they'll actually put that, they'll put the code in every single step of the funnel. Ladies and gents, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is, we'll go ahead and then save this right here, right? Super important you save things. In fact, actually, ClickFunnels does automatically save, but if you're moving quick and getting through a lot of work, then as I said, you're just gonna want to save. So this is really important right here and super clutch. When you go ahead and you paste in your Facebook pixel or your Google tags or whatever it is that you're using, make sure you just go ahead and paste it right here in the head tracking code. That way, when you actually go ahead and run ads to this funnel, basically the Facebook pixel is basically gonna be ever present throughout every step of the funnel, rather than you having to come in each time to settings, go in a tracking code and just copying, pasting it in every single step of the funnel, which is basically what I did for like the first year. So yeah, ladies and gents, it's a lot more effective, and you're just gonna save yourself a lot of headache and time there. The next thing is custom CSS. Now this is just, if you wanna do any custom coding, et cetera, et cetera. Next thing is background. Now you can see right here, background color. So this right here has a background color of blue. This right here has this right here is the actual true background color of the funnel page. It's just these separate sections, which we'll get onto in just a sec, are other specific backgrounds. So that's that. Typography. This is where you're going to go ahead and choose the content font, headline font, and you can go ahead and choose that, as well as the themes, as well as the colors. And lastly, you're going to come right here to general. So on submit, go to, and this is where basically you're going to choose, you see right here where it says submits the page, you're going to go ahead and choose where the page actually goes to when they submit. The other thing is digital asset. You don't need to worry about that for right now. That's only if they're downloading something, when they basically give their information. And the other thing is affiliate badge. Really important you hide this, just because you don't want powered by ClickFunnels or whatever they use at the bottom. So just go ahead and hide it. Obviously it's a lot more professional, and then you can choose whether you show this or hide this on search engines as well. So ladies and gents, that is the settings aspect of it. Now let's get straight into the next part of this process, which is basically sections, rows, columns, and elements. So the best way that I can describe this is, section is kind of like a chapter of the book. It's kind of the theme. Let's say the funnel page is the book. The chapter is kind of that theme of that book. The row is a page within that book, and then the element is kind of a line within that book. So you can see right here, this sort of mint green outline, that is a section. So there's two sections right here. that have already been pre-created. And then you can see right here, here's a row. And then you can see right here, here's a row, here's a row, and then here's a row, and then here's a row. But this row just has one column. This row has two columns. You can see it's divided here. This row right here has 4 columns. So going straight into the settings of a section, you can see right here, we've got padding from the top. We've got padding from the bottom. So you can go ahead and kind of choose the distance between the next section. You can go ahead and choose whether the section width is full page, whether it's, medium. And you can see right here, we chose the background color of this funnel as white, which is why basically this section is now being squeezed in, whereas we want full page, right? So it's covering full page. And this is also super important for, iPhones compared to widescreen monitors. People are searching on different devices. Moving into advanced, they have some other small options that you can choose from. For example, corner radius, sort of your border style, any drop shadow that you want, etc., etc. So that's basically everything you need to know about a section. If you want to go ahead and toggle which section is where, as an example right there, that'll show you everything you need to know. Now moving on to rows. As you can see, this row only has 1 column. This has 2 columns. You can move these sort of columns along so it gets squeezed to the side, or you can have it even as such. Now when you go ahead and open up the row settings, it's this blue one right here. You're gonna go to settings, and same sort of thing. You can choose the padding from the top to the bottom, right? You can choose the width of it, so you can bring it closer or wider. The background color, the text, as well as once again, some corner radius, border stuff, drop shadow if that's what you want as well. And to actually go ahead and add a new row, you just click this button right here. And let's say you wanted to do, just a ton of testimonials, you can go ahead and do that with these multiple rows. And, if you want to have, this above this row now, you can go ahead and move that up as such and down. So basically that's what a row is. Then really where there's a bit more spice to things is the elements. So you can see right here, you can go ahead and add a new element down below. Now we've got headlines, super simple to say if you want a headline, and then you can choose the option for the font size, text color, if it's bold, what that will be, opacity, whole bunch of different variations. And I think, once you open up a new funnel, my best recommendation to you is I'm giving you all of the building blocks you need right here, and some of the basic stuff as well as some of the more ninja hacks. As I said, was literally stuff that took me months and months to learn and get over. But I strongly recommend that within sort of the funnel page itself, you go ahead, you add a new element, you put a new element in, you rejig some things around, and you really just have fun with it. Really just let this be your sandpit, explore, try out the different elements, etc., etc. Let's get back to the training. I'll give you some more guidance on it. So that's headline as example, subheadline, paragraph, bullet list. These are, should all be pretty much self-explanatory. You can see right here, really the other thing that you can do is you can go to settings, you can go to advanced, and you can choose the icon picker. So you can see right here, let's say you wanted to use a different icon for it. For example, with that one, if you want that icon as that, you can even have a different icon for the second row. And then, you can have, you can even have another one for the next row. And then if you want to add another row, super simple, you just hit enter and there you go. There's another row. And when you go back to the settings, it's going to give you that option again to choose the icon picker specific to it. Now, next thing going back to this is image, super simple. You'll choose an image as such, and then you'll just go ahead and click this and it'll just let you upload images straight from your computer. Very, very simple stuff right there. Also, another thing to know with the images is once you come in here, you can go to themes and, you can have nice little borders around it. Square, circular, really, whatever you want, whatever your heart desires, they have options for it. You can choose whether you want a full shadow, the opacity, the radius, round radius, circle, etc., etc. Really the sky is the limit when it comes to ClickFunnels. So going back to elements, and I'm just going to kind of quick fire off a few more because really, as I said, just let this be your sandpit and just experiment with a bunch of different stuff. So we've got image pop-ups, video pop-up, audio player, button, Facebook opt-in, different boxes, checkbox, headline, and then here you can see right here, SMS sign up, billing address, shipping address, survey, countdown, minute timers, icons, FAQs, progress bars, pricing table, and then different social sharing stuff. And you can see right here, custom HTML. So with custom JavaScript and HTML, this is where you can basically just custom code whatever you want. Obviously, this is a beginner tutorial, so you don't need to worry about that. But as an example right here, this is my agency website that's entirely built out with ClickFunnels. Some of the stuff on here, we actually use that custom JavaScript and HTML to go ahead and build out some of the more specific stuff that we want on the website. So yeah, ladies and gents, that's pretty much everything you need to know about elements. So I'm just gonna go back here. Now, one thing you're gonna notice, and remember I told you earlier in this training, the funnel goal you choose depends which elements they're actually gonna show you. So you can see right here, you've got billing address and shipping address, but you don't have some of the other options if you chose sales as your target rather than lead generation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and summarize this real quick. Remember, and this is a terrible sort of way to explain it, but this is just what I thought of off the cuff. The green is your sections, and the sections is like the chapter of the book. So the overall theme of that part of your funnel page. The rows are like specific pages. So basically smaller parts of a chapter. So kind of that little theme within the section itself. And then elements are like lines within the page. So we're gonna go ahead and save this up, and I'm gonna show you what it's like if you actually wanna create a sales funnel. So we're gonna go ahead and build a new page again, except this time we're gonna go ahead and choose sell your product as the goal. And we're just gonna go ahead and put a sales funnel. So we can see right here, YouTube test sales funnel as an example, build funnel. Now this time I'm not gonna go ahead and run through all of the hygiene standards that I outlaid last time, where it's important that you go to settings and this and that. For now, the main thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys with this. Once again, there's a template for everything that you want to do. So you're going to choose your, in this case, we're not going to do a squeeze page. So you're going to go right here, you're going to choose your sales page, and then from there, your sales page will lead onto your checkout page where people will actually input their information and then check out. As I said, your sales page really isn't where your customers order. That is your order form. So you're going to go ahead and you're just going to choose one of these order forms right here. So let's just go ahead and choose one right here. Let's, use this template as an example. So once this has been ported in, very, very simple to make this look good or exactly how you'd want it. Just go ahead and follow the rest of the steps that I outlined in the rest of this video. But before you can actually go ahead and sell products, you actually have to do two things first. The first thing you have to do is set up your payment gateway. So you're going to go up here to settings, account settings, you're going to go to payment gateways, and then you're just going to go add new payment gateway. So there's a bunch of different ones, ClickBank, Infusionsoft V2, Stripe, Warrior Plus, kind of the list goes on and on. PayPal, Recurly, etc., etc. Now I've actually gone ahead and set up Infusionsoft, which is what we used to use. Don't need that anymore. And one of my Stripe accounts. Once again, super, super easy. All you have to do is add new payment gateway. You click whichever one you want. I mean, Stripe is, by far the easiest. As I said, I've already set mine up. And you just go ahead right here. You create Stripe account if you don't already have one. If you do, it's just going to prompt you to log in. It'll ask for the permissions. And there you go. It is as simple as that to hook up your Stripe. Now, once we've gone ahead and actually hooked up our Stripe, the next thing you need to do that's really important is actually create a product. So within your order form, and I'll show you right here. If we go to sales page, notice at the top, let's say I go ahead and, select this template right here. So once this actually loads, you'll see what I mean. You can see right here, it just says overview, automation, and publishing. This time, if we go to order form, you can see it says overview, automation, products, and publishing. So we want to go right here and we actually want to create a product that someone can buy. So you go right here, you go add product, and you go ahead and you choose your integration. For example, Stripe, you go subscription, payment plan, or one time. Let's say this is a subscription as an example. You go save and next. Let's name the product monthly ClickFunnels training membership. So you can see right here, customize the display of the price on the order. Let's say it's $35 a month. Shipping origin address, you go ahead and you have to fill all of that out. Now, the first thing you're going to do is actually go ahead and you're going to pick one of your integrations that you've added. And you can choose right here, subscription, payment plan, or one time. I'm going to go ahead and just choose a one-time product right here. You're going to go save and next. Now let's actually name the product. So let's just say it's a ClickFunnels training course, right? And let's say the program is $250, right? You can go ahead and choose your currency right there as well. You're going to go ahead and type in your shipping origin address. This is basically just some of your company details. The billing description, this would basically be what the customer sees on their credit card statements. You're going to add a bump product if you actually have a upsell. And then if you have a product inventory limit. So basically, let's say you're selling a physical product. And before we really got the ball rolling with my e-commerce clothing line Gadzhi, when it was really just quite janky and we did like a really soft pre-launch, I actually used ClickFunnels to sell it and we only had 300 units. So obviously with that, there is an actual maximum inventory. So that's a case where there is actually limited supply and you'll want to punch that in. So in this case, there is none because it's an online course. You go save and next. Now here you can go ahead and create different product variations. So the variation type and the variation values. So as I said, let's say you're selling a fitness workout band. And you might have different sizes and you can create these different variations right here. In this example, as I said, this is an online program, so there's no variations whatsoever. The next thing right here is your fulfillment email. You can choose right here, enable fulfillment email. And this is basically just a customized fulfillment email that says, hey, thank you so much for buying, et cetera, et cetera. If you don't do that, then they'll just get their receipt and that's it. You can also choose your follow-up actions. So for example, if someone buys, then you can go ahead and choose from an integration. So let's say you put them into Active Campaign or you put them into Drip. And then from there, once they buy, you can actually do that thank you email within Active Campaign or Drip or whatever. So let's say, for example, you're doing this for yourself or for a client. When someone buys one of their product, then they can get tagged on their email provider with a tag. And then that tag can basically go ahead and start an automation. And then that automation can maybe give them 10 days of training on how to use the product that they just bought as an example. And the last thing is just shipping options. And once again, this is only valid if it's a physical product. Then yeah, you're gonna come right here to summary and create the product. And that's pretty much about that. So now let's go back to the order form. Let's go to products. And you can see right here, we have our new product created. So that means right here, when we click on this as a preview, you can see right here, ClickFunnels training course, $250 because it is dynamically updated. So that's how you go ahead and you add a product, you add everything you need to make sure that the customer gets their product, whether it be digital or physical, and everyone's happy on all sides. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, 0 to hero with ClickFunnels in one YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as I said, ClickFunnels is an incredible tool. So for any of the beginners in here or anyone who's about to sign up to the ClickFunnels free trial, all I can say is you are in for one hell of a journey. In the past 4 years, ClickFunnels has been the only one that has stayed in my software suite. It is that good. It's helped me make more money for my clients as an agency owner, and it's helped me make more money for myself. So as I said, ladies and gents, you really have two options here. Either you can just go for the generic 14-day free trial, or you can get a 14-day free trial with $1,000 worth of bonuses, and literally a course that I used to sell for $500. So I'll go ahead and leave 2 links down below. One, if you just want to go straight to the free trial and not bother with the gifts. The second one, if you want to click on that page, that'll take you to the free trial. And once again, just bookmark that page or something like that. Come back to it 2 weeks when you are actually a full ClickFunnels member. Reach out to my team and we look forward to sending you your free gifts, your free courses, and your free bonuses. So ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can go ahead and smash that like button. These videos take a lot of prep on my side. I really hope you guys enjoy those free gifts and really make the most out of ClickFunnels because it will revolutionize your business for you as it has for mine. All right, thanks so much, guys. Look, if you enjoyed that video, I went ahead and picked out another special video that I know you're gonna find immensely valuable. You can find it right there. I know you're gonna love it, and I'll see you in the next one.